All right, I've had a few people ask me about AC stuff. Not too often do I have the AC stuff out altogether, and a dash sitting here as well. So want to go over this with you for you guys that are down in the south. Heavy heat's down there. You guys keep your ACs going. Generally, the rule of thumb in Iowa is roll the windows down and keep on going. But if I had the option, I would definitely hook my system back up. But with that happening, early 80s, you know, back in the day, your AC system goes out. The belts usually were cut, things got taken off of there. The bottom vents across the bottoms of these doors, or the bottoms of the dash there, they got kicked and kneed. They'd break, they'd crumble, just a bunch of different things would happen. So in case you need a little diagram, this is your best diagram as far as I can come for you to putting your AC back together if you're missing parts. Your first vent is going to be here, mounted to the faceplate. It's mounted right to the faceplate itself. It's got a couple screws on the back side there, you can see. And then that will be setting in there. So inside here, you're going to have 3 more mounting spots. The mounting spot is going to be positioned for this little vent here, which will connect down by a tube to your driver's side ball chiller. That ball chiller is going to mount right to the bottom of the dash. Steering column will come right through the center. And then these two just kind of snap together. Nothing too crazy there. Be very, very careful with these tabs. Do not use an electric impact, like a Milwaukee electric impact or an air wrench or anything like that. Tighten these by hand with a little 1/4-inch ratchet. You will break the studs off. I dropped this and broke that one, so good for me. I got that back on there with epoxy, 20-second epoxy, scuff everything up, 80 grit. You can shape it down, you can paint it, you can finish it out. Just fixed it, so we're good to go. You're gonna have a little tiny itty-bitty bracket that goes on the back. You'll see it where it's in there. It snaps in. Usually these always break because they kind of just clip in from the back. But this is your passenger side ball chiller. It will mount across the bottom of the dash there. And then that vent will sit in that hole. And then inside that, you will have your center section that mounts into the center of the dash there, your center vents. These will slide right into here. And then you're going to have a little tiny bracket that bolts up to either a bracket inside the dash, I can't remember now, or it's a part on the actual blend door. You'll see it. Just bend it up like this. You're going to see exactly where it goes. You're going to have this come through with another vent leading to your passenger side single vent. Now these covers do come off. You can replace the center sections. Chevy truck, like 1973 through 75, 7. They're all the same vents, so you can get those. You can replace them. Last but not least, you'll have your defrost mounted up on the firewall underneath the dash to the top. These vents right here, they're going to be little tiny kind of like hooks hanging down from the windshield, right underneath the windshield. They will hook in here, and they're usually just bent over. This slides down onto your blend door, and then that has another lower, actually it's sitting right here, that has another lower one. So if you select floor, you got that right there. So that's where your floor comes out. One thing you do have to be careful with is your HVAC unit on the bottom side of these center vents has a little bolt right here. When you follow that HVAC unit control panel back with the cable, you're going to see this tiny little bolt that bolts up into here to hold this into place. Otherwise, when you start moving this thing around, it's going to create tension, and it gives it an anchoring point. This obviously goes back to the blend door itself. And then aside from that, I mean, the rest is all wiring. Depending on the year you're going to have, 73s are going to have metal vacuum ports back here. You'll have little plastic ones. These can overheat because of the blower motor running too long. You can melt these things. It's kind of that typical, when you switch from AC to heat, you can hear it going psst. There you go. So you're going to have your blower motor, high low relay up there, and the rest is all just pretty simple wiring. So any questions, let me know. If you're missing some pieces, I can hook you up, get you set up. This one's going to be taken, but I do have one more that doesn't have any broken tabs on my account, at least for right now. But I can get you set up with some pieces and parts if you need them. And other than that, just let me know. Any questions? Thanks for watching.